After months of begging, Reed finally gets a job. This is part 55 of sharing my story on here because it's so much easier than writing another book. And I don't know why it's so hard for this man to get a job or keep a job because he's so incredibly skilled. He starts working for the YMCA as their maintenance guy, and he's only making like $15 an hour. Now, keep in mind, like 10 years prior, he was making $25 an hour and had a company vehicle. He just like literally was not working, was refusing to work, was refusing to do anything. And I'm working at this casino and I'm bartending, and I'm only working 3 days a week because the bar I'm in is like the biggest, most special bar in this entire casino. It's like the elite bar. And it's only open 3 days a week, and I am making more in 3 days a week working than he is in a full 40 plus hours. And I'm just so frustrated with him. I don't know quite what to do. And we had only been in New Orleans for 6 months when it was our youngest son's birthday, and he was turning 9. And we went out and we played laser tag with both of us working. It's like, okay, we're finally getting our feet under us. Everything's going to work out. It's all going to be fine. Like, just keep going. We come home from his 9th birthday and he's paralyzed. He can't get out of the car. Like, he literally just could not even walk again. And it was devastating. Like, I still don't even know what was in the air because his birthday's in December. Cedar happens generally in December, but they don't have the same type of cedar that they have in Austin, in New Orleans. Similar family, but it's not the same type of cedar. And so he's having a full Lyme disease flare up and he can't walk. And this time I'm like, okay, he's 9 and it's been some years. I'm not putting him in a stroller or in a wagon or anything like that. A wheelchair felt dehumanizing for him. Like, it was just really challenging. He needed something that was more mobile. I ended up getting him one of those hoverboard go-karts, and that worked really well. I took the flag and had one of the kids paint the handicap symbol on the flag, and he rode that thing everywhere. And he was so respectful and so kind. Like, he drove it like it was a wheelchair in all the stores, in everywhere. And I'm like so proud of him because he was well mannered, and I never had a single person say anything in any of the stores, and I kind of dared them to because he literally just could not walk, and that was the only way he could get around. And by this, he's 9. Like, he's not a small kid. We are quickly trying to figure out what we're supposed to do because we have to move, but we don't have a vehicle to pull this trailer, and really we just have to get like way out of the South. So I jump into research mode and I'm like, okay, we probably need to go back to the West Coast. And I'm like, where in the world, in the United States, is there no trees and like access to places where Reed can gig, lots of jobs? Where can we go that will be most beneficial for our family? Now, when Reed and I weren't arguing because of his lack of willingness to work, we were talking about a couple really important questions, like, who are we? And like, who are we? Like, what kind of identity are we wanting to put on? Because every time you move or you're recreating a new part of your life, you have these identity shifts. So it's like, who are we becoming? And then what do we want to do? And I had really wanted to get back into coaching because I, one, love helping people. I love consulting. I love business. Like, I just love helping people have breakthroughs and make more money and do those kinds of things. And so I'm like, I really want to do coaching. And he's like, yeah, me too. And so it's like, okay, what kind of coaching and what do we want to be? And this is what we'd been talking about for these 6 months because it was time for a new life. But at the same time, now he's sick again and we have to move really quickly. We decided to put the trailer up for sale and use that money to move us across the country, because we're going to move to Vegas, because Vegas is like the desert. There's like none of the tree type allergies there, and there's tons of opportunities for work. Reed could do construction. He could also find gigs. Like, bartending is kind of out because I'm old and can't keep up with the young Barbie gals, but that's okay because I don't really want to be fucking working in that way. And so let's move to Vegas. So we sell the RV, but we couldn't actually sell it with us living in it because people don't want to buy RVs that people are living in. And so we actually move into a hotel, and then just in pure faith, the RV sold that week. And that gave us $22,000 in our pocket in order to start a new life. And we put everything in a storage pod. We jump on planes and we move to Las Vegas. And we fly over there. It was January 9th, 2020. And our goal is to stay in Airbnbs, help our son get better. And we know how to do it at this point, but we're going to stay in Airbnbs, and we're launching a coaching business. And all the things that I've been talking about being frustrated with Reed, I'm thinking at this point they're very minor. I don't understand why it's such a big deal, because I don't know then what I know now. And so we jump into like relationship coaching, and oh God, I love entrepreneurship for this because it brings out all of the shadows. Had we not taken this step, I would not have seen all the real ugliness. And so I'm really grateful, but it's about to get dark again. So hold on to your britches. So we're in Vegas. We're doing all the things. Him and I know how to work social media now. We know how to make money. We know how to get the flow going. And we are going hard and fast on social. We're building this new brand and business. We're having tons of fun with it. We're living in a house, even though it's an Airbnb, we're renting them 30 days at a time. And so like, and our son's sick, but now we have big bathtubs and he's able to take Epsom salt baths and he's getting better. And it took about 6 weeks for the allergens and the Lyme to detox out of him and for him to be able to put on weight again. And by the time he is walking, the lockdown happens. And I am like, what are the fucking odds? Like, we have been kind of on lockdown for the last 7 years with a son who's sick and not really able to explore and go and be free the way we want to be free. And now that he's moving again and finally able to go outside, everybody goes inside. And I'm like, God damn it. And quite frankly, we really didn't care. Everybody was inside. So we went outside because like, you're not going to get anyone sick when there's no one around. We were walking right down the middle of like the strip, all the way through Fremont. We walked everywhere because he was finally able to walk, and there wasn't anyone to get sick. There's no one to talk to. It was like the apocalypse happened because they kept all the lights on, but there was no one there. It was so weird. Like, that being our experience of Vegas, and it's like, okay, this is not the same. And I have always had these intuitive knowings. Like, I can just feel things, and it's been consistent all the way through my life. I just feel things, I know things. And this shift was something that it was a knowing in my body. I was like, this is the world changing forever. I feel it. I know it. I did not expect it to be a virus or a pandemic, but I had been waiting for this shift like my entire life. I had felt like my mom had been preparing me for this since 1984. And so like, I just knew that the world was shifting in a way that was actually really positive for the people. But anytime there's a shift, it's always ugly before it gets better. Like, it doesn't just shift from ugly to utopia. You've got to like clear out all the ugly, the fire burning kind of stuff. And then once all the ick is pushed away and it's gone and it's burned to ash, then all of a sudden the new comes in and rises. And that is really beautiful. And that's what I was feeling, but Reed did not handle it the same way. So we'll get to that next.